Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Ajib anil asilatil atiyah. Answer the following questions. Man hadha ar-rajulu wa man dhalika ar-rajulu. As we learned in the previous lesson that when we have hadha and after that we have al, it will be translated as this, right? So when we say man hadha rajulu, who is this man, wa man dhalika rajulu, and who is that man. So we just put a line over here. So hadha rajulu will become subject and man will become predicate. And similarly, dhalika rajulu will be subject and man will be predicate. It is also possible to make man as subject. That's also okay. But the most of the grammarians, they say that man is indefinite noun. So that's why we should say hadha rajulu, because it's a definite noun. That's why it should be subject and this one should be predicate. So do you remember the name of who was the man and who was the other man? Hadha rajulu tajirun. This man is a merchant. وَذَلِكَ رَجُلُ طَبِيبٌ, and that man is a doctor. So هذا رجل will be subject and tajirun will be predicate. مبتدأ وخبر. And similarly, ذَلِكَ رَجُلُ will be subject and طَبِيبٌ will be predicate. So this is subject and predicate. مَسْمُ التَّاجِرِ. What is the name of the merchant? So now we can see here that ma is used to ask a question. And we are using ma for ism, and we know that the hamza of ism is hamzatul wasl. So when we connect it, we don't read it. So we will say masmut tajiri, and we know that ismun is used as mudaf, and at-tajir will be mudaf ilayh. Yes, do you remember the name of the merchant? Ismu tajiri Mahmudun. Ismu tajiri Mahmudun. The name of the merchant is Mahmud. Then we have Masmut Tabibi. Now you see over here, the Sheikh has put kasra over here. And then after that, he is anticipating and expecting from us to know the case ending. So that's why you don't see kasra over here, so that we get used to the endings of the nouns. Masmut Tabibi. And what is the name of the doctor? Yes. Ismu Tabibi Sa'idun. The name of the doctor is Sa'id. So we can see here that Ismu Tabibi is subject and Sa'idun is predicate. Min aina sayaratu tabibi. Where is the car of the doctor from? So min aina, as we know that min is harf jar, aina is used to ask question. So aina generally comes in the beginning of the sentence, but if we have min as well, so min will come first and then we will put aina. Min aina siyaratu tabibi. Where is the car of the doctor from? Yes, does anyone remember? Hiya minal yabani. Hiya minal yabani. It is from Japan. So hiya will be subject and minal yabani will be predicate. Min aina siyaratu tajiri. Where is the car of the merchant from? So this information is from the lesson, and we have completed the lesson. So we should try to remember the answers as well. Hiya min America. This is from America. Now we can see that al-Yaban has kasra, because when we know that if a noun takes al with that, then it's possible to put kasra after that. So it is min al-Yabani. But what about the ending of America? What's the ending of America? Hiya min America. It is from America. So now we know that this is majroor, but we cannot put kasra over there, because when a noun ends with alif, yeah, we cannot change it. Excellent. So we cannot change it. So it will be hiya min America. It's from America. Aina baytut tajiri. Where is the house of the merchant? And huwa amal masjidi. It is in front of the masjid. Huwa As we know that huwa means he, but when we use it for something like bait, so it will be translated as it. It is in front of the masjid. Amama, what do you remember about the word amam? It is a dharf, it's a pronoun, excellent, and it is used as mudaf. It is used as mudaf, yes. And that's why the noun that follows it has kasra. So al-masjid is mudaf ilayh and amama is mudaf. So two things we need to remember. Number one, it is adverb, and number two, it is mudaf. Aina baytut tabibi. Where is the house of the doctor from? Yes. So we have learned amama and we have also learned khalfa. So huwa khalfal madrasati. It is behind the school. So we can see over here that khalfa is also dharf. It's a pronoun, and sorry, it's an adverb, and it is also used as mudaf. So khalfa is mudaf and al madrasati is mudaf ilayh. So it has two functions. Number one, it is adverb, it's a dharf. And number two, it functions as mudaf. That's why the noun that comes after this is mudaf ilayh. Iqra waktub. Read and write. All right. So alhamdulillah, now I'm sure you're able to understand all, all the questions and all the exercises that we have. We have discussed everything in detail. For example, we have discussed that when we have hada, and after that we have al, and then it becomes demonstrative phrase. Yani it becomes ismul ishara wa musharun ilayhi. What does that mean? That means that the translation will be this boy, hada al waladu, this boy. So we say hada al waladu, this boy. Khalidun is Khalid. Okay, now I have a question. Why do I put dhamma over here? هذا الولد. And also Khalidun has tanween, and both of them are marfu. Why both of them are marfu? Why cannot I put fatha here and fathatan here? Or why can I not put kasra here or kasratan here? Yes. Jumlat al-ismiya, okay, perfect. This is a nominal sentence. And okay. Yes, by default, every noun is marfu, but here it is marfu not because it is by default marfu. Here it is marfu for some other reason. I have been discussing it for a long time. This is subject, this is mubtada'un, and this is predicate, this is khabarun. So subject is always marfu and khabarun is also marfu. So please remember this, very, very important information. We know that nominal sentence consists of only two parts. Subject, that is called mubtadaun, and predicate, that is called khabarun. And subject and predicate, both of them are marfu'. That's why they take dhamma or dhammatan. وَذَلِكَ الْوَلَدُ, and that boy, Muhammadun is Muhammad. So now we can see that this is subject and predicate, and similarly ذَلِكَ الْوَلَدُ is subject and Muhammadun is predicate, and both of them are marfu'. And now you know the reason why they are marfu'. Similarly, we have hadha rajulu mudarrisun, and this man is a teacher. وَذَلِكَ الرَّجُلُ, and that man muhandisun is an engineer. Okay, why do I translate it as this man? Why can I not say this is a man? Hadha rajulu, I'm translating it as this man, right? Can I say this is a man? Is it possible? Okay, because after, no, it's not possible. Excellent. Why it's not possible? Because after hadha, we have al. If we don't have al, then it will be a complete sentence. Yeah, but when we have hadha rajulu, this man, mudarrisun, is a teacher. Excellent. Perfect. Wadhalika rajulu, and that man, muhandisun, is an engineer. Okay. Then we have hadha al-kitabu, this book, jadidun, new. And we know that when we have a definite noun and indefinite noun together, then we get the meaning of is. So remember to put is rm in the middle. So hadha al-kitabu is jadidun. This book is new. وَذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ, and that book is قديم, old. وذلك الكتاب قديم, and that book is old. Excellent. We need to remember two things. That number one, we cannot break hada and al-kitabu into two pieces. It's not possible. They always come together. Please remember that isharatun wa musharun ilayhi, the demonstrative pronoun and the noun, they always come together. You cannot break them into two parts. It's not possible to say hada al-kitabu jadidun. That will be wrong. They are always together. That's number one. And number two, we should know that hada al-kitabu is the subject, and it is definite noun, and after that jadidun is predicate, and it is indefinite noun. And we know that the combination of definite and indefinite nouns makes a complete nominal sentence. And how do we get the meaning of is, are, am? When we have definite noun and indefinite nouns, when we put them together, then we get the meaning of is, are, or am. Okay, excellent. هذه السيارة لعلي. لعلي. This car belongs to Ali. وتلك لخالد, and that belongs to Khalid. Now again, هذه السيارة, this car, لعلي, belongs to Ali. Now look at here the expressions, two sentences over here. Or the first, all the sentences we can see that we have like Khalidun, Mudarrisun, Jadidun, and then the Sheikh has beautifully changed the predicate, and he has decided to give us with subject and predicate, jar and majroor, so that we remember that jar majroor can also be used as predicate. Aliyun, it was basically Aliyun, and because of Li, it has become Aliyin. هذه السيارة لعلي وتلك لخالد, and that car belongs to Khalid. Okay, why do we have هذه? Why not هذا السيارة? Why can I not say هذا السيارة? What's wrong with that? Yes, because, very good, because السيارة is feminine, and ishara or ismal ishara that we have to use is also supposed to be feminine. They must be equal in number, gender, capacity, and status. You remember that four properties of the noun. Then we have هذا الباب مفتوح. This door is open. وذلك الباب مغلق, and that door is closed. So I'm putting the lines over there so that you get used to it, and you remember that we have to put is in the middle, so that we know that this is a complete nominal sentence. Now there is like something we have discussed already, but one more time we need to know that when the preposition li, it's a very, very important preposition. It's used a lot in the Quran as well. When the preposition li comes with a noun that starts with al, or that starts with hamzatul wasl, the hamza gets dropped. The hamza gets dropped. Okay. Tilka li Khalidin, that belongs to Khalid. So over here again, yeah. So when the preposition li comes with a noun that starts with al or hamzatul wasl, the hamza gets dropped. Example, for example, we say li plus al mudarrisu, and it becomes lil mudarrisi. Lil mudarrisi. Now you can see over here that the hamza has been dropped. Of course, we know that after li, the noun becomes majroor, so it has to take kasra. So that's why it has become lil mudarrisi. So the two changes have to take place. Number one, we know that after li, the noun is always majroor. We know about this change already. And the second change that has taken place over here, that we need to know that hamza has been dropped. The hamza has been dropped. Similarly, we have li plus Allahu, and we know that ismul jalala, the hamza is also hamzatul wasl. Okay, for lafzul jalala, the hamza is also hamzatul wasl, so it also gets dropped. That's why it becomes lillahi. So the two changes that have taken place, number one, after li, it has become majroor, and number two, the hamza has been dropped. Then we have li plus al-muttaquna. Li al-muttaquna, and it has become lil muttaqina. Lil muttaqina. Now we know that after li, if the noun has dhamma, it takes kasra. But if the noun ends with una, then what happens? If the noun ends with una, it changes into ina. Una, ina, ina. Muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina. Muttaquna, muttaqina, muttaqina. Mu'minuna, mu'minina, mu'minina. So if a noun has una sound, that una sound changes into ina. Let me repeat it again. Dhamma, if the noun ends with dhamma, it changes into kasra. But if the noun ends with una, it changes into ina. So it was li plus al muttaquna, it has become lil muttaqina. So now we will say that li is harf jar and al muttaqina is majroor. Al muttaqina is majroor, as we can see over here. And the example from the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 2, Hudal lil muttaqeen. So now we can see that in the Quran it is recited as Hudal lil muttaqeen. So what happened over here? The Hamza has been dropped. And the two changes that have taken place we can see over here. Number one, the Hamza has been dropped. And number two, Una has changed into Ina. Una has changed into Ina. Then we have, and the reason why I discussed this point, because now it will be repeated again and again in these, examples, so that we need to know, like what happened, exactly like what happened. Liman hadhihi sa'atu. Who does this watch belong to? So I don't really, yeah. Hiya li Abbasin. It belongs to Abbas. So we can see over here, hadhihi sa'atu is subject and liman is predicate. Why liman is predicate? Because we know that jar majroor cannot become subject. It will be always predicate. Even if it comes in the place of subject, doesn't matter. It remains as predicate. And here we will say hiya is subject and li Abbasin is predicate. Ahadha al-baytu lit-tabibi. Now you can see over here lit-tabibi. So basically it was what? It was li plus al-tabibi, and then Hamza has been dropped and it becomes lit-tabibi. Ahadha al-baytu lit-tabibi. Does this house belong to the doctor? La, no. Huwa lil mudarrisi. It belongs to the teacher. Now we can see over here it was li plus al mudarris, and then the Hamza has been dropped and it has become huwa lil mudarrisi. It belongs to the teacher. Ahadhi darajatu libnil mu'adhani. Does this bicycle belong to the son of the mu'adhin, or the one who calls for prayer? Naam, yes. So in this sentence, can you please tell me about the subject and the predicate? Which one is the subject and which one is the predicate? As we know that Hamzatul Istifham, it is used to ask a question. So it becomes hadhihi darajatu will be the subject, and libnil mu'adhani becomes predicate. As we know that hadhihi darajatu is incomplete construction. It's a phrase. So phrase can become a subject, and libnil mu'adhani is also a phrase which is idafa, which is basically mudaf ilayh, and also jar majroor. So it becomes libnil mu'adhani for the son of the one who calls for prayer. Naam, yes. So now we can see that the incomplete constructions or the phrases, we can see that the complete phrases can be used as subject and the complete phrases can be used as predicate. The only thing we need to remember is we cannot break a phrase into two pieces. It has to remain together. Man hadha al-waladu. Who is this boy? Huwa talibun min al-Iraqi. He is a student from Iraq. So where is the subject and where is the predicate over here? Huwa talibun min al-Iraqi. Yes, please, quickly. Huwa talibun min al-Iraqi. Where is the subject and where is the predicate? Huwa is the subject, talibun is predicate, and min al-Iraqi, jar majroor, we will say that this is extra information, or we will say this is a muta'alliq talibun. Yani this information is about the student. So when we have a noun and after that we have jar majroor, we will say that the noun is the predicate and jar majroor is basically about the noun. It is what? It is about the noun. It will not be predicate. Only talibun will be the predicate. أذلك البيت جديد. Is that house new? أذلك البيت جديد. لا هو قديم جدا. Okay, هو قديم جدا. It is very old. Okay, now we have, where is the subject and where is the predicate over here? Huwa is the subject and qadimun is predicate. What about jiddan? It means very. Okay, why is it mansub? Yeah, why is it mansub jiddan? Okay, it is maful mutlaq also, or we can say it's a dharf, and a dharf adverb, yeah, and adverbs are always mansub. Adverbs are always mansub. So you can add it to your category. We have learned like tahta is adverb and amama is adverb and khalfa is adverb, but those adverbs are special because they are also used as mudaf. This is also adverb, but we cannot use it as mudaf. It always comes, like most of the times it comes in the end of the sentence and it means very. So huwa qadimun jiddan, it is very old. هذه السيارة, this car, min al-Yabani, is from Japan. Okay, now we can see that we have two phrases. What are the two phrases over here? هذه السيارة is phrase number 1 and min al-Yabani is phrase number 2, right? So this is demonstrative phrase and this is prepositional phrase, jar majroor. So this is subject and this is predicate. Watilka min Swaysara, and that is from Switzerland. Now we can see over here, Watilka, basically Watilka yani Watilka Siyaratu. But as I told you that when we already know about the noun, then there is no need to mention it again. So that's why it is Watilka min Swaysara, and that is from Switzerland. And now we can see that Swaysara ends with alif, and that's why we cannot put any ending over there. It is mabniyun, fixed, so the ending will not change. However, we know that the noun is majroor because of min. هذه السكين من ألمانيا. This knife is from Germany. وتلك الملأخة من إنكلترا, and that spoon is from England. So now we can see here هذه السكين, this knife is from Almania, from Germany. وتلك الملأخة من إنكلترا, and that spoon is from England. Now we can see that sikin is masculine, so that's why we have hada with that, and mil'aqatu is feminine, and that's why we have tilka before that. So we need to be like, we need to remember these things, small details. Iqra, and then when we connect it with kasra. Iqra il mithala al-atiya, read the following example. Thumma, then. Thumma means then. Hawil, it means to change. Hawala, yuhawwilu tahwilan, it means to change. Hawwil al-jumal al-atiyata, then change the following or convert the following sentences. Mithluhu, like it. That means on the same pattern. So where is the example? The example is here. Mithalun, example. Hada kitabun. Hada kitabun is a complete sentence. Hada is subject and kitabun is predicate. And why is that? Because hada is a definite noun and kitabun is indefinite noun, and the combination of definite and indefinite makes a complete sentence. So hada kitabun, this is a book. But if you want to say this book, then how do we say that? We will say hadal kitabu. Hadal kitabu li Muhammadin, and this book belongs to Muhammad. So now, inshallah, after doing this, like exercise, the concept will be very, very clear, and we will come to know the exact difference between hada kitabun and the difference between hadal kitabu. Now we can see that hada kitabun, hada is subject and kitabun is predicate. But when we say hadal kitabu, it means this book. And then after that, when we say this book, and then what? This book belongs to Muhammad li Muhammadin. Hada tabibun. This is a doctor. Yes, please. What will be the answer for this? Hada tabibu. Excellent. Hada tabibu min al Hindi. This doctor is from India. Now, when we say hada tabibu, is the meaning clear? No, the meaning is not clear. So when we say hada tabibu min al Hindi, then the meaning becomes clear that this doctor is from India. Hadihi sayyaratun. This is a car. This is a car. Now I want to say this car belongs to the manager. So how will I say? هذه السيارة للمدير. Excellent. This car belongs to the manager. هذه السيارة للمدير. So don't forget that هذه الطبيب and هذا الطبيب, sorry. Similarly, هذه السيارة will be subject and للمدير will be predicate. ذلك ولد. That is a boy. Now I want to say that boy is the son of the teacher. So how will I say? ذلك الولد. And when I connect it, I will say ذلك الولد ابن المدرس. That boy is the son of the teacher. Okay. ذلك الولد subject and ابن المدرس is the predicate. So this is subject and this is predicate, and we know that both subject and predicate are marfu'. However, now we have two phrases. This is demonstrative phrase, اسم الإشارة ومشار إليه, and this is ابن المدرس مضاف مضاف إليه. تلك ساعة, that is a watch. Now I want to say that watch is from Switzerland. How will I say? تلك الساعة. Excellent. تلك الساعة من سويسرا. That watch is from Switzerland. هذا بيت. This is a house. Now I want to say this house belongs to the engineer. So I will say, or we will say, هذا البيت للمهندس. This house belongs to the manager. هذا قلم. This is a pen. Now we want to say this pen belongs to Abbas. So how will I say, or how will we say? هذا القلم لعباس. هذا القلم لعباس. This pen belongs to Abbas. ذلك رجل. That is a man. Now we need to say that man is a mu'adhin. He calls for prayer. So how will we say? ذلك الرجل مؤذن. ذلك الرجل مؤذن. And that man is mu'adhin. هذه بيضة. This is an egg. Now I want to say that this is a big egg. How will I say? هذه البيضة كبيرة. Excellent. So I will say هذه البيضة كبيرة. This egg is big. هذا منديل. This is a handkerchief, and I want to say that, and don't forget to put here subject and predicate. So if I want to say this handkerchief is dirty, so how will I say? هذا المنديل وسخ. This handkerchief is dirty. هذه حقيبة. This is a bag. And now we need to say that this bag belongs to the teacher. So we will say هذه الحقيبة للمدرس. This bag belongs to the teacher. We have more examples over here. So it's a very good practice. And that's why these books are so beautifully organized. And inshallah, we can benefit a lot from these books. That we have lots of practice for these books, as we can see over here. اقرأ المثال. Read the example. الآتية. The following example. ثم كون أسئلة وأجوبة مثله. Then make the questions and the answers on the same pattern. So now, if someone was asking me, we need to learn the verbs. So please try to see like the verbs, how many different verbs do we have? For example, here we have iqra, and here we have kawin, and these are all commands. Okay, so at least we need to know that these are verbs and these are used to make a command, or they are used to make fi'l al-amr. اقرأ المثال الآتية ثم كون أسئلة. أسئلة is the plural of سؤال. سؤال أسئلة. جواب أجوبة. And then we have to give the answers on the same pattern. Where is the example? لمن هذا الكتاب. Who does this book belong to? هذا الكتاب لمحمد. This book belongs to Muhammad. So we have here, we have some information over here. So what we have to do, we look at the picture and then we make a sentence about the picture, and then we have some information in the brackets and we have to use that information in the brackets to make a complete sentence. Okay, so the first one is liman hadal qalamu. Liman hadal qalamu. Who does this pen belong to? And the answer will be hadal qalamu li Abbasin. Li Abbasin. Now we can see that hadal qalamu is subject and li Abbasin is predicate. Mubtadaun wa khabarun. What is this? Miftahun. So how do we say? Liman hadal miftahu. Liman hadal miftahu. Who does this key belong to? And the answer will be hadal miftahu li aliyin. Li aliyin. It belongs to Ali. Then we have car. So how do we say? Liman hadhihi sayyaratu. Yes, liman hadhihi sayyaratu. Who does this car belong to? And we want to say that this car belongs to the manager or to the headmaster. So we will say hadhihi sayyaratu lil mudiri. Hadhihi sayyaratu lil mudiri. This car belongs to the manager or to the headmaster. Then we have the cow. As we know that cow is baqara, so we will say liman hadhil baqaratu. Liman hadhil baqaratu. Who does this cow belong to? And who does it belong to? It belongs to the farmer. To the farmer. So we will say hadhil baqaratu lil fallahi. This cow belongs to the farmer. So now we can see over here that baqara is feminine. That's why we have to use hadhihi. We cannot use hadha. Then what is this in the picture? It's a bag. What is the Arabic of the bag? Haqibatun, if you remember. So we will say liman hadhil haqibatu. Who does this bag belong to? It belongs to the teacher. So we will say hadhil haqibatu lil mudarrisi. This bag belongs to the teacher. Then we have chair. So we will say liman hadhal kursiyu. Who does this chair belong to? And then the answer will be, as we can see here, it belongs to Ammar. So we will say hadhal kursiyu li Ammarin. Okay, li Ammarin. So hadhal kursiyu, this chair belongs to Ammar, li Ammarin. And then we have chicken over here. So liman hadhihi dajajatu. Who does this chicken belong to, or hen belong to? And we want to say that this hen belongs to the daughter of the farmer. The daughter of the farmer. So we will say هذه الدجاجة لبنت الفلاح. This hen belongs to the daughter of the farmer. So now we can see that هذه الدجاجة is subject and لبنت الفلاح is predicate. Then we have the watch, as-sa'atu. So we will say liman hadhihi as-sa'atu. Who does this watch belong to? And we want to say that it belongs to the son of the manager. So we will say hadhihi as-sa'atu libn al-mudiri. Hadhihi as-sa'atu libn al-mudiri. And this car belongs, this watch belongs to the son of the manager. Then we have a house. Liman hadha al-baytu. Now it's all about practice, as much as you want to do now. Alhamdulillah, we have lots of practice over here. So now, even if after completing the lesson, I would like you to solve all these exercises by yourselves on your notebooks or on your books. So don't just, like watch the video and that's it, like, okay, I know about it. No, it is your responsibility now to write all these at least once with your own hands. So you have to write, inshallah, with your own hands as well. Liman hadal baytu, who does this house belong to? And we want to say that this house belongs to the doctor. So we will say hadal baytu lit tabibi. This house belongs to the doctor. Then we have mil'aqatun. So what should I use? Liman hadal mil'aqatu or hadhil mil'aqatu? Please tell me quickly. Liman hadal mil'aqatu or hadhil? هذه excellent. So why do we say هذه الملعقة? Because ملعقة is feminine. Excellent. So that's why we will say لمن هذه الملعقة. And we want to say that um, this spoon belongs to the student. So we will say هذه الملعقة للطالب. This spoon belongs to the student. Okay. Now here, as we discussed in the beginning of the lesson as well, that the nouns ending with alif maqsura. What is alif maqsura? As we can see over here, this is called alif maqsura. So the nouns ending with alif maqsura or alif, and we know that alif is the regular alif as we can see over here, have no endings. They don't have any endings. They remain unchanged. So even if we have harf jar before them, they will not change. They remain unchanged. And why they remain unchanged? Because they are mabniyun. They are fixed. That's why the ending will not change. Ta'ammalil amthilata. Reflect on the examples. Al-atiyata, the following. And now you have to reflect on the following examples. And you see that ta'ammal is also a verb. And it is also a command. So now you can see that in every single exercise, whenever we have the instructions, we have a different verb and it has a different way of making a command. So that's why, inshallah, when we learn the verbs, we will definitely enjoy it. تأمل الأمثلة الآتية. Reflect on the following examples. Al-baytu, the house. And when we put a preposition before it, it becomes fil bayti, in the house. And similarly, when we have min before it, it becomes minal bayti, from the house. And when we have ila before it, it becomes ilal bayti, from the house. But when we have al mustashfa, now it ends with alif maqsura. So when a noun ends with alif maqsura, we cannot change the endings. It has no endings. So it will be fil mustashfa, in the hospital. Now we know that it is majroor, but we cannot put kasra here. It is not possible to put kasra over here. That will be a mistake. So we will say fil mustashfa, similarly minal mustashfa and ilal mustashfa. So the ending will not change, but we know that this is majroor and this is also majroor because it comes after harf jar. Similarly, we have alif, America. So now we can see over here, then when we say fi America, so al-baytu is marfu' because it is definite. Every noun by default is marfu'. Al-mustashfa is marfu'. America is marfu'. Almania is marfu'. Because we know that every noun is by default marfu'. It can be mansub or majroor for a reason. So now we know that it is majroor because of fi. So when we say fi America, can we put kasra over here? Can you put kasra over here? Of course not. Why not? Because yes, why? Because it's not possible, because we can't put kasra under alif because it will be unchanged. Excellent. So we say fi America, min America, and ila America. And similarly, we have Almania, Germany. So we say fi Almania, min Almania, and ila Almania. So this information is also very, very important. Please try to note it down and try to practice it. Practice it as much as you can. We are almost there. Iqra, waktub, read and write. So now we have to read and write, and also I did not put the case endings over here intentionally. Why did I not put the case endings? Because now I want you to put the endings by yourselves. So this one will be hadha tabi. What will be the ending of at-tabib? Just put damma over there or fatha or kasra in the comments. So put, so that I know that you know this already. Excellent. Or put u. Excellent. Hadha tabibu min inkaltarra. Yes, please put the ending of inkaltarra. What will be the ending of inkaltarra? This doctor is from England. Put X over there. Yeah. So we just put X over there because it does not have any ending. Excellent. So we put X over there. Okay. Because it does not have any ending. ذهب حامد ذهب حامد إلى فرنسا. So حامد, because Hamid is the doer of the action, it's a verb. ذهب is a verb, and whenever the verb has a doer, the doer is always marfu. So we will say ذهب حامد إلى فرنسا. Okay, França, X. Very good. So Hamid went to France. Now here I cannot put line over here. Why I cannot put a line over here? Because it is a verbal sentence. It starts with the verb. The verbal sentence does not have subject and predicate. It does not have subject and predicate. What does it have? It has a verb and it has a doer. It has a verb and it has a doer. Verb, as we can see, is just like this, and the doer is always marfu, as we can see over here. So that's why we put the matan over here. The ending of Mahmoud and Marid. Yes, please. Mahmudun Maridun. Yes, Mahmudun Maridun. Mahmud is sick. We will put Dhamma and Dhammatan and Dhammatan because this is subject and this is predicate. Huwa al-ana fil mustashfa. He is now in the hospital. So huwa, subject, al-ana fil mustashfa, predicate. Excuse me. Yes, so for fil mustashfa, we will put X. There will be no ending. Excellent. Dhahaba Abdullah. What will be the ending of lafz al-jalala? Dhahaba Abdullah. Abdullah, he, because it is mudaf ilayh. Excellent. So now we can see that dhahaba is the verb, and after the verb, the file, this is the verb, and the doer is always marfu. The doer is always marfu, and we can see that it has dhamma. Dhahaba Abdullahi min Almania ila Inkaltarra. So what's the ending of Almania and Inkaltarra? X. Excellent. So Abdullah went from Germany to England. Excellent. Hadal kitab. What is the ending of kitab? Hadal kitabu. Excellent. Hadal kitabu li Isa wa dhalika al kitabu li Musa. Yes, please tell me the ending of Isa and Musa. What should I put? Fatha, Dhamma, or Kasra? X. Very good. Because Isa and Musa, both of them are mabniyun, they are fixed, and they do not have any ending. Excellent. So, li Isa and li Musa. Hadal Muhandis, and what will be the ending of Muhandis? Hadal Muhandisu min America. What about America? What should I put over here? I should put X. Yeah, because it does not have any ending. We know it is majroor, but we have to put X. We have to put X because we cannot put any haraka over there. Excellent. Similarly here we cannot put, and here we cannot put. The last exercise, Iqra, read as-saburatu amam at-talibi. Now we will see that as-saburatu is subject and amam at-talibi is predicate. Wahiya and wa and hiya is subject. Khalf al-mudarrisi, and it is behind the teacher. Now we can see that this is subject and this is predicate, and also this is subject and this is predicate. And we know that amama and khalfa, they are dharf, and they are also used as special mudaf. That's why at-talib and al-mudarris are majroor. Aina siyara. Yes, what will be the ending of siyara? Aina siyara tul mudarrisi. Yes, where is the car of the teacher? Here, amam al-madrasati, it is in front of the school. And then we have aina. What will be the ending of baytu? Aina baytul imami. Where is the house of the imam, the leader? Now please be careful. This is imam. Who is imam? The leader of the prayer, the one who leads the prayer, or the leader. So aina baytul imami, where is the house of the imam? So look at the difference. This is amam with fatha. This is with fatha, amam, and it means in front of. And here it is imam with kasra, that means the leader. So aina baytul imami, where is the house of the imam? Baytul imami, the house of the leader. Khalf al masjidi, is behind the masjid. Is behind the masjid. So baytul imami is subject and khalf al masjidi is predicate. Aina jalasa. What will be the ending of Hamid? Please tell me quickly. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Excellent. So where did Hamid sit? And we know that jalasa is a verb, and the doer after the verb is always marfu. Okay, is this a verbal sentence or nominal sentence? Quickly, it's a verbal sentence. Why? Because basically it was jalasa hamidun. It was jalasa hamidun. And we know that aina is used to ask a question, and that's why it has to come in the beginning of the sentence. So basically it was jalasa hamidun aina, jalasa hamidun aina, but we know that aina should come in the beginning of the sentence. That's why we will say aina jalasa hamidun. Jalasa, he sat, khalfa mahmudin, he sat behind Mahmud. Okay, now what's the ending of khalfa? Shall I put khalfu? Because we know that so sorry, it's not, it's a verbal sentence. No, because khalfa is a dharf, and the dharf is always mansoob. The dharf is always mansoob. Excellent. So it will be jalasa khalfa mahmudin, he sat behind Mahmud. And this is a verbal sentence because it starts with the verb. Now please remember that verbal sentence does not have subject and predicate, and that's why we should not put a line over here. Yeah. ذهب عمار. What is the ending of Ammar? ذهب عمار إلى المسجد. Yes, ذهب عمار إلى المسجد. Ammar went to masjid. وجلس, and he sat أمام المحراب, in front of the chamber of the Imam, and he sat in front of the chamber of the Imam. So sorry, he sat in front of the chamber. So alhamdulillah, it's been lots of practice, and inshallah now it's up to you. The more you practice, the more you will improve. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.